Now let's get started showing you how you can find diamonds of your own here. The most common method used is surface searching and scratching. It is so simple that even children can do it, and they've had a lot of good success with it too. But basically you just walk along, look at the dirt, most of it is dull, and then if you see something shiny, you just stop, pick it up, put it in a bag, and collect more. Keep collecting any shiny rocks that you see, and later in the day, take it to the Diamond Discovery Center, and they'll identify your find. Chances are you'll find some quartz or barite or other things that shine, but really the diamonds have a natural luster that'll just really flare up at you. You'll know a diamond when you see it. Now, the only tools you'll need for surface searching, if it's a sunny day, maybe a wide-brimmed hat and some sunscreen, but other than that, a little bag to carry your finds in is all you'll need. Now, some surface searchers also do some scratching. As they're walking along, they might take a garden rake or a hoe and just scratch the ground, see if a diamond rolls out. It works. People have found diamonds that way. In March of 2006, a mother and her son came out here, and she was diligently looking for diamonds, but the boy, he was just playing around over here by the mine shaft building. He picked up a rock and threw it and hit a dirt clod, and that dirt clod broke open, and a 2.12 carat diamond came out of there. 1 year after that, it was March of 2007, a pair of 8-year-old twins were out here looking around and just picking up rocks all day and putting them in a bag. And when they got back to the Diamond Discovery Center, they dumped their bag of finds out on the counter to be checked, and the park employee noticed one right off the bat. It was a genuine diamond that the kids had picked up somewhere, sometime during the day, and it weighed 2.5 carats. It was a naturally triangular-shaped brown diamond, and the parents and kids were very surprised and pleased that just picking up shiny rocks that day, the kids had found a really good-sized diamond out here. Before this was a state park, this portion of the search field was owned by Howard Millar, and it was open to the public for searching. Well, the winter of 1955 and 1956 was a particularly dry season, and to get ready for the tourist season in early March of 1956, Howard Millar hired 2 road graders to come in here, and he ordered them, the first one to go through and tip his blade as steeply as possible and plow deep furrows in the search field and pile the dirt up as high as it could. Then the other road grader followed behind him and gouged the ground even deeper and piled the rows up even higher as he went along. When they got done, then about midnight that night, a heavy rain started pouring, and the dirt, the furrows were eroded down more than a foot. So a lot of soil had moved. A lot of freshly turned soil had been washed. Well, at 10:30 the next morning, March 4th, 1956, Mrs. A.L. Parker of Dallas, Texas, was walking right along here, and she looked down, and 6 inches from a man's footprint, she saw something shiny sparkling up at her. And she picked up a 15 1/3 carat diamond that was later named the Star of Arkansas. It was cut down to an 8 1/4 carat marquee cut diamond, and it was sold in 1994 at Christie's in New York for $145,000. Although the Star of Arkansas weighed over 15 carats before it was cut, it's still only a small sliver off of a much larger diamond. It's hard to extrapolate how large the full round crystal was, but to me, it looks like it could have weighed 200 carats. When the news broke that Mrs. A.L. Parker found a 15 1/3 carat diamond while surface searching, tourism greatly increased. Since his business was doing so well, it wasn't long before Mr. and Mrs. Roscoe Johnson contracted to open up John Huddleston's old farm over here on the other side of the fence, opened it up to tourism. Mrs. Jewel Jernigan of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, made a few trips here in 1963, but she didn't find any diamonds on those trips. But then on the morning of September 22nd, 1963, she brought her son and daughter out here, and while they were surface searching, she came up and right about here, found a 4.51 clear white diamond. Now it too had sheared off of a much larger diamond. It's sort of shaped like a contact lens. It might have sheared off the same diamond as the Star of Arkansas. If so, there's still about 180 carats of diamonds unaccounted for. And I expect that's still out here to be found somewhere.